We've got a couple of really special awards for this evening. And tonight we're going to announce the LFRA Lifetime Achievement Award. And so to help support me in announcing the winner and to giving out the prize, I'd like to invite up one of our diamond sponsors who represents HomeCo. So I'd like to invite up Vanessa Madden, Head of Asset Manager. She's a 2019 Overseas Study Tour Scholarship winner and a 2022 Emerging Leaders Award winner. So can we give Vanessa a big round of applause? She has been so much through her career over the years with Harvey Norman and with HomeCo, and an exceptional lady, and she's the one responsible for all of the HMC assets. So thank you, Vanessa. So the Lifetime Achievement Award recognises the contribution that an individual has made towards the evolution of the large format retail industry in Australia. And so I'm honoured to announce, I'm going to make the announcement of who it is this year and then read a bit about the person. I'm honoured to announce that this year's Lifetime Achievement Award goes to, let's do a drum roll, Ian Robinson, OAM. Ian's the Executive Chair and Founder of Beacon Lighting. Congratulations, Ian. And as Ian makes his way up to the stage, I'd like to share with you a little bit about the story of Beacon Lighting and Ian Robinson, which is truly a remarkable story. Nearly 60 years ago, in 1967, the very first Beacon Lighting store opened its doors in a small shop front on Chapel Street in Paran. Years later, then in 1975, 5 years after he started, an opportunity came to buy that actual business. Ian took a leap of faith, like so many entrepreneurs in those days. He backed himself and he bought the store. Even back then, as a young man, Ian had a clear vision. He believed lighting was about so much more than just illuminating a space. It had the power to transform how people feel in their homes with a keen eye for architecture and interior design. Ian set about creating a range of lighting that would inspire customers for generations to come. From there, he grew the business steadily, store by store, state by state, until Beacon Lighting became the national brand that we know today, with more than 130 stores around the country. Wow. And of course, like all journeys, this one wasn't without any challenges. The 1989 recession hit when property prices in Australia fell by up to 50% overnight. The business took a major hit, but with just 13 stores at the time, Ian was forced to close 4 of them to stay afloat. He feared that that would be the end of Beacon. But he kept going. And Ian credits his first retail study tour back then with Monash University. He visited major global retailers like Home Depot and Best Buy. And he applied what he saw overseas to every part of the business, from store layouts to management systems. And to this day, Ian remains a strong believer in learning from the best. Every year, Beacon sends members of their team on the LFRA International Retail Tours, a tradition that Ian proudly started for all of us. And perhaps one of Ian's proudest moments was seeing his long-held dream come true, when in 2014, Beacon Lighting was officially listed on the Australian Stock Exchange. Today, Ian's legacy is also deeply personal. All 4 of his children are involved in the business. Glenn, the youngest, is now the CEO. Prue leads their marketing team, while Scott and Kate work in property development and operations. They grew up with Beacon and Ian couldn't be prouder to see them making their own mark on the company that he started. These days, Ian takes a little bit more enjoyment in life, with the occasional round of golf, I understand, or a trip to his second home. And I think we all need one of these second homes. He's got a beautiful chateau in France, which I know he loves and spends a lot of time. In the Pyrenees, correct? In the Pyrenees. Fantastic. Very, very well deserved. And so he remains very much involved, still serving as executive chairman and contributing actively to the director of the Lighting Council of Australia and also to our LFRA. Last year, on Australia Day 2024, Ian was awarded the Medal of Order of Australia, an OAM, in recognition of his outstanding... in recognition of his outstanding contribution to retail in Australia and to the large format retailing in particular. A fitting honour for a remarkable and a lasting legacy. Ian's story and the story of Beacon is one of vision, resilience and belief. In building a business that has truly stood the best of time, it is really exceptional. I took over as LFRA president from Ian a number of years ago, and it's fair to say he left the association in an incredible way. It actually still makes me look good that I've been able to continue his legacy in the LFRA, which I cherish on a regular basis. So can we all please congratulate Ian on being the 2025 Lifetime Achievement Award winner for the LFRA. Congratulations, Ian.
Like every great story, ours had a simple beginning. In 1967, a young man named Ian Robinson walked into a single lighting store in Chapel Street, Melbourne, just 18, starting his very first shift. He unpacked boxes, he assembled lights, he swept the floors. What seemed like an ordinary first job would grow into something remarkable. He worked hard. He moved through the business, from the back room to the shop front, from staff member to store manager, until one day, the opportunity came to buy the business, and Ian took it because he knew something others hadn't yet seen. This wasn't just a store selling lights. It was offering something more, the power to change how people live, how they feel in their homes, how they connect with the spaces around them. It's that belief that lighting can shape the way we live that has guided us ever since. It all began there, a single store, with a bold vision that would redefine lighting in Australian homes for generations. From Chapel Street we grew, slowly, steadily, from one store to two, across Melbourne, then across the country, city by city, suburb by suburb. We became Australia's largest lighting specialist, lighting homes, brightening lives, shaping the way Australians live. But we didn't stop there. We've led with bold ideas, pushing boundaries in lighting design with multiple patents, exclusive collections, and innovations others now follow. Driven by a product design team that travels the world uncovering global trends, our designs are reimagined for the Australian home. Today, we continue to light Australian homes. And as we grow, we're evolving to support the trade market too, and this is just the beginning. Along the way, we reached a milestone, listing on the Australian Stock Exchange, a reflection of the strength we've built together, but no matter how far we've come, we've never forgotten where it all began. That single store almost 60 years ago, because while our story spans decades and continents, At its heart, it has always been about people. The people who believed in that first shop. The people who helped us grow store by store, year by year. The people, like you, who continue to carry it forward every day. People who believe in hard work, in care, in passion, in pride. People who know this isn't just about lights, it's about homes, it's about creating moments, it's about legacy. Every time you welcome a customer, every time you help bring light into their home, you're adding your chapter to this story. This is your story too. One team, one future.
So congratulations to Ian Robinson. Ian, would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, thank you very much, Zach. I'm certainly honoured and humbled by the recognition that I've received here. I was talking to Roger Wilson, who was one of the founding members of the LFRA, or the Bulky Goods Association, just before, and reflecting back on the time when we met at the Tudor Inn in Box Hill, and there was half a dozen of us there. And we were trying to understand what all the opportunities were to go interstate. So we all came from a franchising background, and because we were from franchising, it was a matter of getting the numbers up. You had to have a lot of franchises to make any money, because you're only making 3% royalties or 2.5%. Well, I think what Roger was doing, working on a very tight budget, so you really needed the numbers to come up in the locations. So it was obvious that we had to get together and try to understand where the opportunities and where all these opportunities of the cities were all over Australia. So we had no idea, of course, some of the names in WA or some of the names in New South Wales or Queensland. But at that stage, I think we had less than 20 stores. We've got 130 stores now, and we're just a small operator compared to some of the guys, in the room at the moment. We've got running huge businesses with incredible brands. And I asked myself, would it have happened without the association? And I doubt very much whether it would have. The networking that we got here, and the opportunities and the success that not only Beacon Lighting has received, but also, what the other brands have received has been incredible. Over a matter of 25 years, I think we can all reflect back and say, was it possible without the LFRA? The contacts we got here, the amazing people that are in the room have really made this, our brands a lot stronger and the association stronger. And it'll be interesting to see where it is, in the future. Anyway, thank you very much for your time.
So, thank you, Ian. We'll have a quick photo, and then I'm going to call up Philippa Kelly, the CEO of the LFRA. In a moment, we'll just have a quick photo. Philippa? Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with a Lifetime Achievement winner, Ian Robinson from Beacon Lighting. Can I call you Robbo?
Yeah, you sure can.
Well, congratulations, Robbo. How does it feel, Lifetime Achievement?
Makes you feel a little bit older.
You started Beacon Lighting in 1975?
No,
or 68?
I actually bought the business in 75, but I started there in 69.
69, right.
I nearly got the sack the first day.
Oh.
I broke a couple of fittings. And the boss wasn't too sure about this young guy.
So your expectations were low, obviously.
His expectations became very low.
Could you possibly imagine what Beacon Lighting under your guides would become?
No, I had made a bit of money on the stock market, so I had a fair amount of capital. I always, had an inkling for numbers. So, and my boss really hated retail, so he wanted to become a wholesaler, and I drove that retail business in Chapel Street, which coincidentally Just Jeans opened about 2 years later, directly opposite it. So, but I could see there was a chance of maybe getting half a dozen stores.
Right.
Not over 100.
Over 100, you employ over 1,000
Yeah, that's
Aussies.
right. Never thought that would ever happen.
Yeah, and it's incredible, and it's a family business now.
Well, it's a public business, but
your family are involved.
Very strong. Yeah,
your family involved.
Very strong.
You got Glenn, who's the CEO.
That's right.
Peruzzi Marketing.
Yep.
Kate and Scott in development and operations.
Yeah, that's right.
I've seen Succession, the TV show.
Yeah.
Was it like that? Is that was there?
Well, it was an interesting story because we'd separated and the kids had to find their own way, and went on, got remarried and the rest of it. But it was acknowledged pretty quickly that Glenn would be the CEO, even when he was maybe 12.
Really?
Yeah. So it wasn't something that was planned. It was just the obvious thing that he would probably be the person to take over.
So you're a Lifetime Achievement Award tonight, and it's not just for Beacon Lighting, but you're also a founding member of the LFRA back when it was the Chunky Goods.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So you missed the Chunky Goods days?
Well, I was a lot younger then. We had a different kind of lifestyle than we have at the moment.
Okay. Feel free to share any stories.
No, there's plenty of. If you're in real estate or in property development, there's a lot of networking required that goes into the early hours of the morning.
And 14 years as president as well. So are you amazed at what it's become?
Oh, absolutely. Incredible what some of these brands have got. Supergroup put 100 stores up in 1 year. See the success of Bunnings, see the success of Harvey Norman. Each one of those brands has been an incredible success, and they haven't stopped. They continue to go. Harvey Norman's operating, and I think James said they're in 7 countries. We export to 45 countries ourselves. So networking with these people, you get inspiration to be able to do things.
Let's get serious now, though. Let's talk about your golf. You're a passionate golfer. You're a member at the National.
Yes.
I've just started a golfing podcast called Make Me Good at Golf. I'm with Damien Fleming and my friend Limo. I got my first handicap. It was 25.
Yes.
And then within 2 weeks, it's already blown out to 28.
That's where you want to go. You want to be going.
You want to go up.
You want to win money. You need a big.
Become a bandit. What advice do you have for me to improve my golf game? What do you play off, by the way?
I play off about 22.
22?
Yeah,
and
handicap at 22.
What's your lowest?
I got down to 19, but it's 19. Too hard. You don't enjoy it. You're out there to have fun.
Yes.
And that's why I'm suggesting you go on some of the other tees. The handicap system now allows you to play off the forward tees. You might lose 6 in 25. You might lose 6 shots, so you end up playing on 19. But you're on the fairway almost when you're teeing off.
Yeah. If
you've got a short game, it's okay. You can putt. It's okay. You don't have to do that long drive to get onto the fairway.
It's a very good tip, Robbo, because none of my mates have mentioned that to me.
Maybe that's why you're not winning any money.
That's it. And you played around the world as well. Where's your favourite place to play?
We played. Favourite place is probably Japan, playing under Mount Fuji, and how hospitable the Japanese are. There's lots of stories.
And they have driverless carts there now as well. I've
they
seen
have driverless carts. There's about 40 different golf courses around Mount Fuji.
Is that right?
Yeah. We play a lot in China. We play Scotland and Ireland and Southeast Asia and parts of Europe. Yeah.
I should also mention you received the OAM last year.
That's a couple of years ago.
A couple of years ago now, was it? Yeah. That's what an honour that is.
Yeah, well, that was part of my work with the associations, the lighting industry and the Large Format Retailers Association, going back all those years and helping our business succeed, but also helping a lot of other people succeed. So it's been incredible, the story of the success of the LFRA.
Yeah.
It is incredible.
You look at this board,
success.
They're all household names,
That's
aren't
right.
they?
Yeah.
So.
And they probably could have made it by themselves, but they wouldn't have made it in New Zealand.
Yeah. Well said. Well, Robbo, thanks for lighting up our lives.
Yep.
Congratulations on the Lifetime Achievement Award.
Thank you.
And I'll see you at the National.
Okay.